Yak aya ich setini Johan Gunalchish Hati Adi. Good to see you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Today is week 4, day 1 of our class. It's Tuesday, January 31st. And we'll do some practice, some hands-on, as well as introduce new material today. So we'll continue practicing our knock-knock dialogue, focusing and zeroing in on our pronunciation. We had a good chance on Thursday to practice in our breakout rooms, and people express a strong desire to keep practicing, so we'll work on that. And we'll continue on as well with our numbers and counting, have a short discussion, and introduce counting money today. So should be fun. And then we'll close class with a demonstration, if you haven't yet already, on how to download Lingit Class. That means say it in Lingit, and it's the name of the phrase book. So are there any questions or comments before we get started? If not, go ahead and get ready for our dialogue review. Since our dialogue has become lengthy, I broke it down into 2 slides just so it's not too crowded, but we do have our line followed by the English translation. Some of the things to focus on our pronunciation is our tones, our length of vowels, paying attention to when to pause, and putting some feeling into it. So let's just have fun with it. Go ahead and unmute your mics and let's practice each line. So the first one is easy. Repeat after me. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Adu sawa.
Adu sawa.
Khataya.
Skinyatla aya.
Shkindi aya.
Nakasatla aya.
Ayashaya.
Aktu aya.
Okay. And for folks who are new, you just put your name in the blank. Next line, repeat after me, just the first sentence. Neilko.
Nelko.
Nelko.
How.
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 Patqiyatin.
Yatin.
And now the whole line, I'll say the whole thing with pauses, but just repeat it when I get to the end. Neilko. How. Patqiyatin.
Nelko.
How.
Tetke hatqwatin.
Watin.
Yesuga siku lingit.
Yes.
Skunk hadul tu. Wasa iati.
Wasayati.
Tleshwasa.
Wasa.
Waeqoa. Khatiat e.
Okay.
Wasa yati ish. Arthritis dujiwo.
Arthritis.
Arthritis.
是
是
我
我
Ishan.
Ishan.
John.
很高兴呀。
Saya.
I love it. Sitko sanaya.
Go son.
Gudesaya nishik.
Good day, Saya.
Shik.
Fred Myers Dayan Chashik.
Fred
Myers.
Cup.
Kahwe Yis.
Yes.
Yes.
Zuye it Kwasatin. Ah. Okay. So I wanted to go line by line. I know some folks have joined us new this term and just giving everybody a chance to review the pronunciation. Are there any questions about specific lines folks want help with?
I had a question about the second line, the adu sawe. I always heard it as adu sawe. I heard you pronounce it sort of a adu the adu sawe in the last one, the tone on that e, if it's a way or wa. Adu
Oh
sawe.
yeah. Yeah. I pronounce it like this. Adu sawa. And Shaksani Keek, do you have more input for us on the line Adu sawa?
That's the way I've always heard it.
It's sheesh.
If you want to say, who is it?
Sometimes for beginners, what I would add is that people can accidentally turn that last E into a long vowel. So it's not necessarily like adu sawe or anything like that. It's a short high tone, short high E. So it should sound like wah. Almost like you're saying wet in English without the T. Wah. Does that help? Okay, good question, Ganesh. And I see a question in the chat. Can we do the Fred Meyer line again? So let's jump to that one. So I'm going to start in the middle. So this yan chashich. And since I didn't grow up speaking or hearing Lingit, I grew up speaking English. The way I approach starting a line that's challenging to me is to begin with the part that I'm challenged most by. So I'm going to assume that might be yan chashich for people, and we'll focus in on it. So one thing I notice here is that you won't see in English is an N followed by another consonant, such as like ch, the underlined X, A. And the way I address that is when I'm reading it, I add the N to the end of ya. So it'll sound like yan chashich. So everybody, you can repeat after me. Yan chashich.
Yan.
Mm-hmm. That underline X is like a nice, loose, gravelly sound that you make in the back of your throat. So it helps to be hydrated, to have your tea and water, but it sounds like ha. So repeat after me, ha. Mm-hmm. And then hashich. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the whole word starts with the N, so let's say it as a phrase. Yan hashich. Mm-hmm. So the first sentence, repeat the whole sentence after me. Fred Myers, Dayan Chashich.
Fred Meyer.
And then Kahwe Yes.
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 How did we sound, Shachsanikik?
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
I did have one student that couldn't hear the underline or the the X that's not lined, and he always said shicks, and I always keep telling him we don't have an X that sounds like an English X, but that didn't make a difference. Every single time he would say shicks.
Yeah.
Well,
We know that's funny. You have to, yeah, if you haven't seen a language that uses an X to do a sound, you have to retrain your mind. But yeah, that's a good point.
just have
Especially since they're two different, the two different X, as you're saying, the one that's underlined and then saying the one that isn't at the end.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
just
yes.
that-
Oh, yeah, you want to hear it?
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah. Equity.
Ah,
Okay. So the underline XA, you can repeat after me. It's nice and gravelly in the back of your throat. So underline XA, repeat after me. Ha.
ah,
Ah.
ah,
Mhm. Ha.
ah, ah,
And yeah, I'm
Ha.
maybe clipping out. I'll do the whole word so that the mic, that Zoom registers the sound. So repeat after me. Yan hashich.
Yan.
So an underline X just lets you know it's in the back of your throat. It's real nice and gravelly. Whereas an X that's not underlined is more like wind blowing. It's just a little bit of friction up here, like between the roof of your mouth and the top of your tongue. So instead of sounding like ha, it's I've heard it sound as like when they're making a cappuccino, that kind of foamy, milky sound. So repeat after me, kahue.
Ah,
Mhm. A little more friction, kahue. Yeah. Yeah, well, there it is. Does that help? Kachdu. Okay.
if you just kind of slur over the yan hashich, because the X's, that particular X underlined is you gargle it, or like you have to kind of pretend like something is caught in the back of your throat and you're trying to spit it out. So it's hashich. So if you say, try to leave it out or slur over it, you're saying something else. You're saying he's going or he's running. Someone else is running, not you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Did folks catch that? So that ha in yan hashich, that ha is what specifies I am running or I'm taking off too. So it's really important that you get that nice gravelly back of the throat, underline X, ha.
We really like the X. It's just everywhere. So you might as well learn how to pay attention to them and keep in your mind. Is this the one in the back of my throat? If it's underlined, it's in the back of your throat. If it's underlined and pinched, it's in the back, and part of it is inside your mouth. So there's just, just every collection of X's. That's how come we have eight X's.
Mm. Yeah, isn't that incredible? There's 8 different ways to pronounce the X. Are there any more questions about the lines? Any breakdowns needed? Should we demonstrate it for you guys? Do you feel like that would be helpful? Seeing some head nods. Should we demonstrate it for them?
Yeah.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Adu sawa
Nila Toraya.
nisko. How hatkiatin
Ah. Tatgehat Kuhwatin.
yesugesiku tringet.
Ah. Skunk Khadul too.
Wasayati.
Teshwasa. Wa Ekoa.
Hatyak wasayati ish
Arthritis did you?
ishan.
Kungausaya.
Sitkau sanaya. Kutesaya nishik.
Fred Myers de Yan Khashik. Kahwe yes.
To yekwasatin.
Ah.
That to yekwasatin, I guess you just have to kind of, whoever wants to say it, either one of them.
Okay. Is
Is
that usually? Uh-huh. Is that person usually the one who's running out the door?
I think it might be the person that you're visiting
Okay.
would be a good one because they would want you to come back, make sure you know you come back again.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Mm,
Like they're running off, but it's like letting them know, I'll see you again.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a review of numbers and counting. Before we start, are there any comments or questions right off the bat about counting?
Counting things.
Counting things.
I want to hear individuals just to see how relaxed you are in counting. So you can take turns. Whoever is brave enough or wants to, you don't all have to.
Okay, let's do that. So I'll go through these slides that we've been through, and I'll just put my cursor, and whoever feels like it, could be multiple people. I won't call on anybody, but go ahead and give it a whirl, reading it. And then if needed, I'll read it so that we can repeat it. And then we'll move on to the next one. Yukayakwa, is that good? Okay. So let's go ahead and go. Gook.
Plague.
Plague.
Day.
Leeg.
Nask.
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 Repeat after me. Nusk.
Nask.
Nask.
Okay. Mhm.
Dagoen.
Dagoen. Dagoen.
Could you repeat that one?
Cajun.
Last one?
Let's repeat the last one. So repeat after me. Dagoen.
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 One more time. Dagoen.
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 Cajun.
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 Clay do
Clay do shoe.
Cajun.
do soup. Dacha do
Do shoe.
Dacha
do
do
shoe.
soup.
Dakadushu.
Naska do shoe.
Naska do shoe.
Kadushu.
Naskadushu.
Gushuk. Gushuk.
Ushuk.
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 Jinkat.
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 Jinkat. Jinkat.
Shani Keek, did you have any feedback for us?
No, that sounded good. But I'd like to find out if they're more at ease in just counting straight through, so we can take them one at a time.
Yekwati. So would you like one student at a time to count all the way through?
Just to count up to 10.
Okay, let me make it viewable for the whole. Okay, do we have any volunteers to read all of them? Oh, okay. Shawat Kidan. Are you ready?
Yep, can you hear me? Clay, dich, natsk, dachun, Cajun, Cleteshu, Dakadeshu, Natskadeshu, Gushuk, Jinkat.
Yay, hey.
Very good. Okay.
Guntish.
I'll try it.
Hey. Whenever you're ready.
Klech, Dech, Nusk, Bakun, Kejin, Klech, what? Oh man, hang on. Klech Dushu, Dachadushu, Nuskadushu, Gushuk, Jinkat.
Hey.
It's take, you drop the X for 6. Take, you should.
Yeah, just to reiterate, when you say clay du chou, it is the clay from clay, but Ashok Sani Keek said you drop the X, so it's just everybody as a group. You can go ahead and repeat after me. Clay du chou.
Clay dushu.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah. Excellent work. Yede Dustin Gonalchish. Any other volunteers? Kachdu.
Please interrupt me, even in the midst of my counting, because I welcome your feedback.
Okay. Okay.
Dich, nask, dachun, Cajun, dich dushu, dach adushu, nasku dushu, gushuk, let's see, gushuk, jinkat.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys seem to be struggling with 6.
Mm-hmm.
6 again.
Could I say it again?
No, no, just everybody,
Okay.
together.
Okay.
Okay, for 6, everyone repeat after me. Play do shu.
Play
Dushu.
One more time. Uh-huh. Play do shu.
Play
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one, oh, shaksani kik.
No, go ahead.
The other one I would recommend for the group is the next one, 7. Everyone repeat after me. Dachadushu. Yeah, that sounded good. Yeah, it's one word, so it just kind of all flows together.
I have a question.
Mhm.
These have 2 listing spellings and one has a T on it.
Uh,
What is that for?
oh yeah, goodness cheesh. Thank you for asking. So if there's a variation with 2 spellings, and then a letter in parentheses, that's to let you know this is a variation of how you'll see it spelled and hear it pronounced in that place. So the capital T is for Teslin. So in coastal Tlingit, you might hear Dachadushu. In Teslin, you might hear people say, repeat after me, Dachatushu.
Dachatushu.
Yeah. And these variations are included in the beginning Tlingit workbook. That's where these images are from, so that people have the most information and exposure as possible as available to different ways of speaking and pronouncing Tlingit.
Yes, geez.
Any other volunteers on counting things? Naksati.
I'm not quite ready yet, but I wondered, Nila Tova, if you might say them, if I could record you or Shaksani Keek saying them all at once. That way I could hear it again and again.
Mm-hmm.
No, sheesh.
Shaksani Keek, do you want to read all the numbers 1 through 10?
Yeah. Also, I think my grandson put the numbers with my voice on there in the Quizlet. If you would like to Google the Quizlets and find beginning Tlingit and numbers. I think there's a few Quizlets, so look for the one with numbers. And you click on that and you'll hear my voice saying the numbers. It takes Dech Nas Dachun Kejin Sedushu Dachadushu Naskadushu Kushuk Dinkai.
Cheesh.
Jinkot's the only one with no tone marks at all. So we must be kind of serious about that number for some reason.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, Johan, any more questions on counting things? Hayash.
Oh, I wasn't going to question. I was just volunteering to try.
Okay.
Tlech, Dech, Nask, Dachun, Keijin, Tle Dushu, Daka Dushu, Naska Dushu, Gushuk, Jinkat.
Okay.
Can I hear you say 4 again?
Nask,
Next one.
Dachun,
I think the X has a pinch. So
Dachun.
yeah, there you go. That's it.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, awesome job. Anybody else want to give it a go? Shagundi.
All right. Kleeg, deeg, nask, dagoen, Keijin, Kledushu, Dagadushu, Naskdushu, Naskadushu,
Okay.
Gushuk, Jinka.
Hey, good one.
Mm. Really good. Let's see. Yesh, you want to give it a go?
Yes. Kleeg, deeg, natsk, dakoen, Keijin, Kledushu, Nagadushu, Naskadushu, Gushuk, Jinkat.
Yeah.
Really good. Awesome.
Then you start with 6 Kedushu.
Kledushu,
Keep going, Yesh.
Dachadushu.
Dagadushu,
Natskadushu.
Natskadushu,
Gushuk.
Gushuk,
Jinkat.
Jinkat.
Okay.
Big A. Awesome job. All right. Any more volunteers before we have a discussion about counting people? Well, you guys sound really great. I appreciate you putting yourselves out there and practicing and taking feedback and learning. It's a excellent part of your language learning journey. So we'll keep practicing with counting things, but you guys sound awesome. And so let's talk about how counting shifts when we go from counting things to counting people. So kind of looking over, these are the numbers 1 through 10 for counting people. What are some of the things folks notice about what changed?
sort of ends in an AX or
Yeah, you add nach. So for example, for kleinach, counting one thing would be klei. Counting one person is kleinach. So you're adding nach or ninach to the number in order to count to count people, sorry. And this information is taken from Lingit Class, page 51 by the Dowenhowers. Anything else folks notice about particular numbers? Something that looks different between counting people and counting things? How about 9 people? What looks different?
Would
Shy.
it be, would
Uh-huh.
it be the GU, the G?
Yeah, yeah, so everyone repeat after me for counting 9 things. Repeat after me. Gushuk.
Gushuk.
Ushuk.
Now repeat after me for counting 9 people. Gushukunach.
Ushukanach.
Gushu, Gunach.
Yeah, so that's one thing to keep in mind. Since we want to add the extra syllables, the underlined K turns to an underlined G because the unach after it. Yeah, you'll see that sometimes in Tlingit. If you need to add a suffix or after an underlined K, it'll turn to an underlined G. So let's go ahead and do these. For one person, repeat after me. Kleinach.
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 Dachnach.
Dachnach.
Nach.
Naskinach.
Naskinach.
Ginach.
Leesnacht.
Daukuninach.
Daukuninach.
Nach.
Kejuninach.
Ninach.
Eninach.
Kleidushunach.
Eidushunach.
Leidushunach.
Dachadushunach.
Takadushunach.
Shunach.
Naskadushunach.
Naskadushunach.
Shunach.
Gushukunach.
Ushunach.
Nach.
Jinkatnach.
Nach.
Chaksani Kik, how did we sound?
Yeah, that sounded good. Yeah, I think they really got that one pretty good.
Yeah, I think they sound good too.
I have a question on number 9.
Uh-huh.
So the G has an underline on it.
Mhm.
The second one, the first one doesn't. So Gushu, Gunach. I guess I'm having a hard time making a different sound between those two.
Okay, awesome question. So when you have a G that's not underlined, it'll sound like a hard G in English. So everybody repeat after me, just that first vowel, gu. Yeah, when you have an underlined G, it's gonna sound like it's in the back of your throat, kind of similar to how you'll hear Raven calling outside. It's kind of farther back in your throat and a deeper sound. So repeat it after me, that underlined G, U, G. So now we'll do both. I'll say them in order and you can repeat after me. Gu, One more time. Gu, gu. Yeah, I thought you sound. I thought I can hear the difference when you all are saying it. Does that help, Payash?
Kashish.
Excellent. So we wanted to introduce today how to count money. And I don't actually know how to count money. I would rely on Chaksani Keek for guidance on this.
We tried to look it up, but it wasn't not that quickly to find. But I know my parents used to hear my parents counting money after fishing and stuff like that. And all monies are called dana. And that's actually another word for silver. So I think in the beginning when money was introduced, it was like silver dollars and half dollars and quarters and things like that. So now it applies to paper money. So if you have a dollar bill, you say, take dana.
Take Donna.
That's $1. Today, it mainly means paper money. So since we don't have 50-cent pieces anymore, we'll just skip over that and we'll do quarters. And we're talking about the coins. Quada. Take quada.
Take quada.
How much is that?
1/4.
1/4. Okay. No, all I have is take quada. When I was telling the students, they came to the quarter, I said, you say quada. They said, you're making this up, aren't you? I said, no, that's the way they actually say it.
I love it.
That's like trying to say quarter, but they couldn't do it because of the R's. So it's quada.
Quada.
And a dime is gut.
Good.
Yeah. Good.
Good.
Take good.
Take good.
Good.
I had a UPIC student in my Tekken Kanket. After class, he came to me and said, how did you guys come up with the word for a dime? I said, I don't really know. And he said, I do. And he said, Klingit was walking along and found a dime. He picked it up and he said, that's good. That's good.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a good uncle joke.
Yeah. So, but you know, it really helps us when we can just laugh at ourselves and have fun because of learning the language or any language is pretty difficult.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you have that opportunity to have fun with it, it works well. So a nickel is good shoe,
Good shoe.
good shoe.
Good shoe.
Shoe is half, so it's half of a dime. Good shoe.
Good shoe.
Shoe.
And a penny is cents. It's not quite cents, but cent, 1 cent. 1 cent, it's saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cajun saints. Jiwo.
Saints.
How much is that? When you count money, you know exactly what you have. So
5 cents.
yeah, 5 cents. So if you say, okay, Cajun Donna, how much is that?
$5.
That's good. Yeah. Cajun Donna. So if you look in your pocket, and have coins with it, you can say Cajun Donna ka take quada ka take good. How much is that?
Mm.
$5.
1 quarter and 1 dime.
And how much is that when you total it? This is a math problem.
Mm.
Cajun,
$5.35.
yeah, that's right. $5. So when somebody says, you know, how much, what they have, you're getting exactly what they have in their hand. It could have Cajun Donna Kate good good shoe. So instead of having take quada, you have 2 dimes and a nickel. So you're just kind of revealing everything by saying exactly what you have. You can't say to somebody, Cajun Donna take quada. And you can't say to them, do you have any dimes? You know, because they already told you they have $5.25. So what I used to do in the classroom was take the newspaper and go to the sales page and then just have a lot of fun, break up in pairs and try to figure out what things cost, how much everything is. Of course, nowadays everything is 99 cents, or it's $1.
Yeah.
So that's a little more difficult kind of math, but you know, it's and also we used to do it to talk about foods and what it's called. So it really spreads out into a lot of fun different things. So we don't have newspapers, but we can see if we can figure out kushuk dana ka de hada kuchu
Deich kwadaga.
de kwada take kuchu
Gushuk dana kadeich kwada kleich gutshu.
$9.60.
Ayachakwa.
anybody else?
$9.55.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
goodness, geez.
So if you want to count past into the 20s and 30s and 40s and the higher prices up to 100, 100 is 100. Take 100 Donna. So how much is that?
$100.
$100. Boy, you're rich.
Bingo.
Yeah. So I think if we put together say take 100 Heijin Dana Nusk Quada 600 Heijin Nusk Quada.
Any guesses?
Can you say it again?
Take 100
100,
Heijin
um,
Nusk Quada.
75 cents.
Anybody else?
$105.75.
There you go. Better take her shopping with you.
Dididana.
Yeah. We didn't really count too high. I think there's a word for 1,000. Would be 1,000. That sounds really familiar. 100. And then there's 20, 30, 40. $30 would be that's King cod. So do you have any prices we can go over so we can figure out how to say it?
Yep, and just a quick time check. We got 3 minutes left. So let's do one.
Yeah, let's just do one because we have other announcements we want to make.
Make A. Who has a price for us that they want to translate to Lingit? Okay, in the chat, we have 480. Kauti Akla is at $480. Okay, let's be specific. We're slinging deals here. Money's involved. Okay. $480.
Nas kitchen Dana. Yeah, I used to hear my parents counting money, so that's how I picked it up. But we might find some other material to do that, and I think it's kind of fun to force your brain to work on math at the same time. I know there was I think it was somebody that was studying our language that developed math problems. And I think doing money is a real good one. So it was one of the activities that at the end of this semester, we had this one couple that had a store and they had prices on different things. So you come to the store with your money and with your funny money and try to buy different things and get the change. So that was a lot of fun. But we do have announcements for the coming. We haven't finished the schedule yet for February, but I think we have announcement about Elizabeth Bradwich Day and also on the languages.
Yeah, we're gonna change. Well, thank you for the counting activity. That was fun. We'll continue counting money. And for class announcements, we do have a few. First one is that Elizabeth Pratovich Day will be Thursday, February 16th. So there will be no class that day because Central Council will be closed. So no class on February 16th. Yeah. In honor of Elizabeth Pratovich and her contributions to social justice in Alaska, we are planning something for a prior class. So we'll get something lined up for you to help celebrate her and her work together that week. And that's Elizabeth Pratovich announcement. A couple more announcements are that next week we'll be working with the phrase book, and so I'll make sure to make time on Thursday to show you where you can download it. This is just looking ahead for next week. So we'll touch base on that on Thursday. And the other thing we wanted to bring forward to class today is that we are going to start incorporating guest speakers. And we've been really lucky to have some response from guest speakers from different areas to represent different dialects of Tlingit. We know that that's an interest amongst you all, and we definitely want to highlight and bring up differences in the dialects. So starting February 10th, this will happen on the Friday session, so we really hope you can make it. But starting on February 10th, we'll start having every Friday somebody to talk about different dialects of Tlingit. Okay, any closing questions or thoughts before we break for the day?
Are we meeting on Valentine's Day?
I believe so. Yeah, that will be February 14th. That'll be Tuesday. Yeah, we'll meet for that Tuesday. Skinyata.
I was wondering, sometime in the next class or two, if we could talk about the Lingit keyboard download again.
Okay.
You're not cheese.
And are you on a Mac or a PC?
PC.
Okay. I'll
I've
find
tried it a few times and I don't know. I'm just not doing something right.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm on a Mac and it took me a while as well. There's some tricks there. I'll reach out to somebody ahead of time who can help us with the PC demonstration and we'll find
You're
room
not
for that.
cheese.
Goodness, geez.
Goodness cheese hati adi. Zie kwasatin Johan.
Tuye Quasitine.
Good night. Suye
Goodness,
Class team.
geez.